when's everything going to open up dispensary-wise in Texas, do you think? I had an attorney on a couple of months ago, and he said he thinks it's going to be sooner rather than later.
I agree. I think it's in less than 2 years.
Yeah.
Texas, we will not be left behind. I know everybody's thinking, oh, it's slow, we are conservative. But one of the things that we like about being able to achieve different types of businesses is that once we see another state that's doing it and doing it well, we want to come in and do it better. And so that's our competitive edge of Texas. So
Yeah, and I don't think nobody in Texas is allergic to money.
not at all.
So let's, let's pump it up here.
Right, exactly.
Everybody's going to Oklahoma or Colorado
or New Mexico.
and we're like, what's going on, man?
Right.
We could be in the money if we got this thing figured out.
But if you notice, the CBD shops around Texas
Absolutely.
are starting to say dispensaries. So it's moving, it's creeping. They're doing a lot of CLE classes for accountants and real estate people and attorneys right now, just so they can start learning the different processes and the laws for cannabis. So it's just a matter of time.
How long did it take you to get that liquor license?
That was tricky.
Yeah.
It was.
That's in one of your bios that you hold that. Then that is a serious, that's a feather in the cap, man. Those are hard to get.
Right, there are. But I'm really excited about it because I think people, as long as they're drinking responsibly, they have an option to just relax and not be judged about their wellness. And I think certain spirits actually help you with your wellness. To
Really?
be able to just relax after a hard day, to have a refreshing drink. I love it. So
yeah. Which spirits do you think help with wellness?
Gin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vodka.
There you go.
I love it. Yes. And
Gin's
bourbon.
made out of those juniper berries, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And vodka is potatoes.
Yeah. I could never really get into the gin thing just because it was so bitter. But
Really?
Yeah, I'd never. But my mom likes gin. She's way into gin.
And then your wines.
Yeah.
Red wine is really, really good for you and things like that. So I love it. I love the opportunity to create wellness in my life and other people's lives.
Well, Jesus didn't turn the water into Gatorade for crying out loud.
No, he did not, right?
I mean, alcohol goes a long, long, long way back in a lot of different forms, but that's one of the first ways that ancient mankind figured out that, hey, yeah, a long day of venturing out of the cave and trying to find something to eat.
Exactly.
Might be nice to have a cold one. When you get an idea in your head, do you have just like a list of like venture ideas going at all times? Just like, ooh, I see a need here and I think I could make something happen, or how does that work for you?
Actually, to be honest with you, I trust my intuition. I really, really trust my spirit. And so when I hear of something that's a need and I can visualize how I can be a help and making that come to people and giving it my all, I go ahead and go with it. So it's not necessarily something that's hard for me.
You're not a wait around, plan it way out, wait till the time is perfect type of gal. You're a bulldozer.
Yes.
In a woman's body.
Right.
Just blazing forward.
I don't even do business plans. I mean, when I talk to people and they're wanting to do a business, the first thing I say is, let's just do it. Let's get a spiral, a 5 subject notebook spiral, just right from the store. It's going to cost them probably $5 or $6,
Right.
and just start writing down what we want to do, the need, how we're going to fix the need, and what our cost is going to be. And they're like, well, don't we need a business plan? Don't we? Oh, forget that. We're going to write everything down, and then we're going to start the process, and then we'll write what we did in the rearview mirror. And that just works for us. It works for me.
I like that because I feel like a lot of people are like, well, first thing I got to do is I got to figure out a name, and then I got to run that by the comptroller and see if I can get my LLC, and then I'm going to work on the financials. Well, by then we're 6 months down the line, and maybe the fires started to go out a little bit. Do you run a lot? You said you trust your spirit. Do you run a lot on that on that inner fire?
That gut instinct, I run a lot on that. And, if you're 6 months down the line, let's just be honest about that. Somebody else already has the idea, and now you're competing with them.
Okay.
And if someone else is already doing it, you need to figure out how you can do it better. There's always room. for you to be the best at something. So it's not one of those things where you say, oh, I can't do it because 5 other people are already doing it. It's, I can do it because I can do it better.
Gotcha.
Or I'm passionate about it, or there's a bigger need or a bigger group of people that have not been met. The need hasn't been met in that particular community. So for me, I look at all those things before I start, and then I run with it.